Your nervous system is not broken. It is waiting for a signal. What if I told you that you don't need a week-long retreat, a 2-hour meditation, a year of therapy to shift your nervous system? What if the smallest signal, a hum, a birth, a glance, were already enough to start climbing you out of freeze, out of fight or flight, and into something that feels like you again? That is not a motivational claim. That is the science of polyvagal theory. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it with 9 macro habits you can start in the next 60 seconds after this video. Most of us have been taught that nervous system healing is slow, hard, and requires a lot of work. And sometimes, yes, deep healing takes time, and take it from a therapist. Your nervous system doesn't shift in months. It shifts in moments. Dr. Stephen Porges, he's a neuroscientist who developed polyvagal theory, show us that the autonomic nervous system is constantly scanning the environment for safety cues. It is not waiting for you to meditate for 40 minutes. It is responding right now to tiny impulses in real time. So the question isn't, can I change my state? The question is, however, am I giving my nervous system the signal it needs to climb? Here's the framework. Think of your nervous system as a ladder. The bottom rung, this is the shutdown, freeze, and collapse. That flat, numb, disconnected feeling is called dorsal vagal. The middle rung is your fight, your flight, anxious, activated, is the sympathetic state. And the top rung, the one we are climbing toward, it is safe, social, regulated, and present. It's called Ventral Vagal. This is the state where you feel genuinely like yourself. Macro habits are tiny, deliberate signals that tells your nervous system it is okay to climb. Today, we are covering 9 of them, 3 for each rung of the ladder. And I'm going to tell you which neuroscience mechanism activate each one. Because knowing why it works makes it 3 times more likely you are actually going to use it. Pillar 1, climbing out of shutdown. When you are in dorsal vagal shutdown, your body has decided the threat is so overwhelming that the safest thing to do is collapse. You feel flat, numb, disconnected, like you are watching your life through glass. This is a protective state though, not a broken one. But it is the hardest rung to climb from because the activation energy feels enormous. That's exactly why macro habits work. The bar has to be almost impossibly low. That brings us to macro habit 1. Hum. All sigh loudly. The vagus nerve. The nerve at the heart of polyvagal theory. It runs directly through your vocal cord and your throat. So when you hum, you are literally vibrating your vagus nerve. You are creating internal vibration that signal your brainstem. What is it signaling? Safe, alive, present. You don't need a specific pitch. Just close your mouth and hum for 60 seconds. In shutdown, your gaze tends to go flat or downward. It is a biological collapse signal. To reverse it, you use what is called the orientation response. Slowly turn your head left to right. Let your eyes land on objects. Notice colors. Notice texture. Say one thing you see out loud if you can. Do it now. Put it in the comment. What is one thing you see right now? Say it out loud to yourself. You are, in the most literal sense, orienting your nervous system towards safety. Macro habit 3. Cold water on your wrist, inner arm, and your face. Cold water to the face activates the diving reflex, which actually slows the heart rate and engages the parasympathetic branch. Even 10 seconds at a sink can shift your state meaningfully. You cannot think your way out of shutdown. Those 3 habits are your bottom rung toolkit. But what happens when you are not shut down? Rather, you are activated, anxious, and can't stop spinning. That is the next rung. Pillar 2, calming, fight, or flight. The sympathetic nervous system is not your enemy. It is your engine. The problem is when it gets stuck, when you are in a body that believes the threat never ended. Racing thought, tight chest, scanning for danger. The 3 macro habits for this run all works through the same mechanism. They interrupt your threat detection loop and give your nervous system evidence that it is safe to exhale. Macro habit 4. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. That's like your Navy SEAL breathing. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6, 7, or 8, whatever feels natural. Your inhale is connected to your sympathetic activation. Your exhale is connected to your parasympathetic. When you deliberately extend your exhale, you are turning up the vagal brake, the nervous system built-in down-regulation mechanism. That's what your vagal brake is. You can do this in your car, at your desk, in the public bathroom. No one will know. Macro habit 5. Cross-body bilateral movement. Cross your arms over your chest like this. Tap your arms. Left, right, left, right. They go slower, slower, and slower. This is called a butterfly hug, and we actually use it in EMDR trauma therapy. Alternately, just go for a walk. A slow, alternating walk where you actually feel your feet land, left, right, 2 minutes, that's all. And you have to be present. You can't use headphones or anything like that. You need to be in the moment. Macro habit 6. Make noise on the exhale. You want to do it like a fog, vagal tone plus parasympathetic exhale. You are getting 2 mechanisms at once. A hum, just sigh loudly, deliberately, let it be audible. Consider this your permission to reverse that. Those 6 habits will move you up 2 rungs. But the top rung, the Ventral Vagal, needs one more ingredient, and it is the one most people completely overlook. That brings us to pillar 3, anchoring in safety. Ventral Vagal is the state your nervous system was designed for. It is not bliss or peak performance. It is ordinary safety. It is being in your body, being able to make eye contact, being able to laugh, being able to rest without waiting for something bad to happen. Macro habit 7. Seek co-regulation. Polyvagal theory tells us that the fastest and most powerful way to shift into the ventral vagal state is through another regulated nervous system, not somebody that's on the same rung and somebody that is deregulated. This is called co-regulation, and it's not a luxury. It is a biological need. A text to someone you love, a 60-second call just to hear a calm voice. Sitting near someone you feel safe with, even in silence. Put yourself near calmness. Macro habit 8. Hand on your heart and mean it. Place one hand on your sternum, your breastbone, and apply gentle, warm pressure. Take one breath and say to yourself, I am here. I am okay. Or just stay with the warmth of your touch itself. 30 seconds, that's enough. Macro habit 9. This is the one that lacks everything in. Savor something safe for 20 seconds. When you deliberately stay with a safe sensation, a warm cup of delicious coffee or tea, sunlight on your face, the sound of rain, or a moment of ease for at least 15 to 20 seconds, you are actively encoding the ventral vagal as a real, available state. That's right. Safe is real. I have been here. I can find my way back. Say that to yourself. I say it to myself. That is not being soft. That is neuroplasticity. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Your nervous system is not broken. It is not stuck. It is doing exactly what it was designed to, scanning for signals, responding to what it finds, and trying to keep you and I alive. The work of healing is not fighting your nervous system. It is speaking its language, and its language is small. It is a hum, a slow exhale, a hand over your heart, a moment of sunlight you actually let yourself feel. 9 macro habits, 3 RUNGS. You don't have to do them all day. Tell me below in the comment. I read every comment. And if this is the kind of content you want more of, subscribing means you won't miss any of it. I have so much more video. Click on this 1 year or this 1 year for more detail and more learning.